Hey guys, so I'm at work right now. It's now overnight and it's pretty quiet around here. So I decided I'm gonna take a few minutes and make a little video just because I've been talking to like all my friends all week and they're like, you know what, you have a lot of good points and maybe you should just share them. And I really don't like making videos and talking, but I'm going to. So one thing I've been working on is changing my mindset because the world is so negative and life's what you make it. So your mindset is like your lens. It's how you perceive the world and view it and whatever it is from your own perspective. So my best friend for the longest time would always be like, you're so negative, you're a pessimist, you're too realistic, take some risks. And I would always be like, no, gotta play it safe. Well, I don't know, maybe I had my guard up or something. And she's not wrong. Like, I was kind of more of a pessimist. Like, I always kind of like expected the worst, and it is what it is, just because I didn't want to get my hopes up and be disappointed. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I've been like a lot more open recently because I've been working on my mindset, because your mindset's everything. So I'm going to throw this in there. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And he's 100% right by saying that, because if you walk into like an interview or something you really got to conquer, whatever it is, and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I could do this, I got this, chances are you're right, you probably do, and you're going to succeed. But if you walk in, you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing, I can't do this, why am I here? Then you're right, like, what are you doing? You're not helping yourself. You're only setting yourself up for failure, and that's not going to do anyone good. So it's pretty much like your mindset is your drive. It's what's going to help you succeed and stay motivated and keep going, really. So it helps you be your best self. So something I've been working on is my mindset, and I've noticed just changing that has helped a lot, just because I wouldn't say I'm like super negative about like everything, but I would always kind of like see that side of things and be like, oh, it's just another day, gotta go to work, don't want to do this, So I was that person, and I've had like a few good opportunities pop up recently, and I've been working with a ton of people, and I was talking to them and like telling them my goals, my aspirations, where I want to be, and they're looking at me and they're like, we believe in you, you can do this. And it's when I had a whole team of people telling me, oh yeah, we believe in you, you got this, and I'm like, so why do I doubt myself if I have 30 people in front of me going, oh yeah, you could do it? So I really took a step back and I thought of my perspective on where I stand on things and like how I feel about things and why I'm constantly doubting myself and why I'm overthinking, because I overthink my overthinking. And I realized it all makes sense. It's my mindset. So, you're going to have bad days and you're going to have good days, and, it really sucks when you have your bad days, but you just got to keep pumping through and keep going, and you can't let that stop you or define you, because we all have bad days, and honestly, it's just how you react to it. So if you react good to it and, you're like, I'm having a bad day today, but I'm going to work through it, I'm going to just get through the day, everything will be okay, at least I have this going for me, like this is still good. Like, trying to focus on the positives is like a super, super, super big thing. Because if you focus on the negatives too much, you're hurting yourself, You're taking all these steps back when you're like, it's a bad day, tomorrow's a new day, we can start over. There's still all these other great things going for me. It's one little obstacle, let's push through it. And sometimes there's bigger obstacles and other things that get in the way, but like, you just gotta deal with it and take it as it comes, and you can't let it stop you from anything, because it'll mess up everything. So really, I guess what I'm getting at is, even though there's so much bad going on like in the world with like all this stuff in California and like all these shootings you wake up and you see on the news every day, and like anything, just anything, car accidents, like anything bad. It's just like one of those things where it's like it's so hard to get your mindset from a negative place, and it takes time. It could take a day, a month, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. Everyone does life at their own pace, and that's just how it works, and it's okay. And it's just, I think if everyone had a better mindset, maybe everyone would be better off a little bit, and everyone would be nicer or happier. I've noticed that since I've been focusing on the positives and not dwelling on the things I need to work on and the negatives that I have in my life, I've been so much happier. I feel alive. And my friend who's always telling me, oh, you're so negative, she's even said, you're pretty good lately. I feel like I'm talking to a whole new person. And, well, kind of, once you change your mindset, you feel like you are a different person. And it's so refreshing to have this energy to, and to have the drive to want to keep going, because once you realize what you're capable of, you're unstoppable. And that's how I feel right now, just because of like the mindset I'm in. And I've realized that once I've made this change from being like, okay, what am I doing and why am I doing this, to I can do this, I want this, let's do this, I'm in such a better place. And this video really wasn't for me to just like brag, but it's just to say like, here's an example of how it's helped me and how I think it could help other people, and why it's important not only in your daily life, but for your health and for other things and for other situations, like even at work. Maybe there's someone at work that you're not fond of, like, oh my gosh, can't stand this person, don't want to deal with it today, whatever. Well, focus on what you got going. You have a job, you have a paycheck coming your way, you have good management maybe, or good benefits, whatever it may be. At least there's positives to it. And you got to think about that. You can't just let the little things ruin you. So don't let it define you. And I think working on your mindset is something everyone should do. And just being super positive and focusing on that and not losing sight of that is super important. So I didn't mean to bore you with my 7.5 minute video, but I was just told by a bunch of people, like, make the video and get your thoughts out there. So because I'm on an overnight in an empty house, why not? So let me know your thoughts or whatever, and yeah, maybe I'll make more, maybe I won't. We'll see.